With that, I now need to just go refresh this, refresh this. That being the case, open up this. 1%. Yeah, boom. Okay, enter my chat. Okay, hello. Is it working? I can't tell. I forgot. Is it? No, I should open up a thing. Okay, I'll open up the chat when it is. For goodness sake. This has issues trying to find where my... Even though I know my YouTube one has started, it has trouble finding it. There we go. There we go. Found. Pop the chat box out. Move it over in the correct position. Trigger. What, making clickable. Cool. Oh, everything looks good. And okay, I think that looks good, and we'll start slow down. No, I clicked the wrong button. These. Okay, we're back. That was horrific. We already just lost. Okay, we're back connected on YouTube. Twitch side, we haven't. Oh, that was stupid. I need a new Wi-Fi card. There we go, everything's back up and running. Well, that didn't last very long until my internet just turned itself off and on. I'm glad it's at the start though, and that's the main thing. It's really not that consistent that it happens, so I can't be too angry or frustrated. Excuse me. Ah, excuse me indeed. Blah. Okay. And with that, everything looks to be working again. We just do test here. That works. Test here. That works. Cool. Yeah, welcome back. We'll see what happens. Echo? I can hear her breathing heavily. What's wrong? It's Sayori. What do you mean? They took her. She's gone. What do you mean she's gone? Monica cries at the phone, barely able to keep her breath. Monica, are you okay? Where are you? There's no response. Monica? I stand up and yell into the phone. No response. Oh. She got kidnapped. Oh, listen to this music. Assassin. Hey, welcome back. Hello, how are you doing? I've tried to dial Monica's number several times. No answer. For goodness sake, pick up for goodness sake, Monica. The overwhelming fear that remains in the pit of my stomach begins to regurgitate itself into my esophagus. I need to find Monica. I'm in stress, but good. Oh, well, hopefully able to relax and not stress out too much. I'm doing good, thanks. Looking forward to Small. I'm getting really into it, and our guy's like a secret agent, which is really cool. So I'm really looking forward to playing it because we was kind of on a cliffhanger, and as much as it's like good for streams and whatnot, it also meant I was on the cliffhanger myself. So I'm really looking forward to playing more of it. Need to find Monica. Need to find her now. Sayori said that she was going downtown with Monica to get a new bow. With that in mind, I pull out my commissioned phone and dial Julia's number. Hello? Julia? Echo, what's wrong? I need your help. Sensing the concern in my voice, Julia's sour tone softens considerably. Trace the phone number in my GPS listed as Monica. But why? Just do it, I sense something bad has happened. Just tell me the geolocation of where her phone was last used. Okay. You're typing on her end, no doubt tracing the location I requested. Monica's call with me was just short over 30 seconds, which means it's possible to trace the location. Teacher, I need you to hurry. I am, what even happened? When I called me, she said that they got Sayori and she was gone. A girl you've seen around with? Yes. Literally today she became mine. I hesitated as finishing the sentence. I understand. Listen, I got a geolocation of where her phone was last used. Where? She'll provide me a latitude and longitude code that I map on my commissioned phone. Thank you, Julia. Listen, Echo, don't do anything stupid. I'm leaving the office right now and I'll be heading there too. Understand? I end the call immediately and head for the location Julia sent me. Spinning as fast as I can, I approach the location of Monica's phone. Eventually, I come across a single black phone, expensive looking cell phone in the middle of the street. I kneel down and inspect it. It's Monica's. She must be around here somewhere. Sorry too. I frantically look around the streets until I see a lump in the bushes near the side of the road. I walk over and it's Monica. I kneel down and help Monica up. Monica, I need you to answer me. She releases a weak gasp. For goodness sake. Well, I can't hear over the music. Oh, is it? Sorry, I'll turn it down a bit there. I didn't realize it was so loud. There you go. But I can't hear over the game music, and I don't believe that's my game music. No, it was quite better. It's loud. There you go. I then walk down to the ground in a light so I can inspect her for wounds. No visible blood or tears in her clothing. I inspect her head and feel a large lump. She's struck with a blunt object. For goodness sake. I look around for Sayori. Any sign of Sayori? Nothing. No. This can't be happening. Please, no. I drop to my knees and try to calm myself. Monica grunts and tries to lift her head. As she does, a car's headlight flashes in my face. It's an orange-coloured sports car. A brunette woman in formal clothing steps out and approaches me. I go a step back. It's a good way for Monica. She kneels down next to her and inspects her for wounds as well. Sorry. Listen, Monica, it'll be okay. Right now, both Echo and I need you to rest. Echo's here? Yes, sweetheart. Can you see me? A little. Okay, listen, Echo's with us. He's gonna help you into my car, okay? I sit back in silence, almost ignoring the situation going in front of me. Where's Sayori? I need to know where she is. Joe looks over to me and signals me over. Reluctantly, I get up and go to Monica and Julia. Julia helps her up into my arms. I go get her into the car. Right. I carry her to the passenger side of the seat of Julia's pristine sports car and help her into it. Julia walks up to me and lowers her voice and whispers in my ear. Something I need to tell you. He pulls me away from the car to the dark part of the street and looks into my eyes. She hesitates at first, realizing that the look on my face is of pure concern. Listen, I really need to stick with me on this. Julia, I promise you I will listen. You can't. Wait, what? I said I would promise you I'd listen. She swallows strong, sliver understanding seriousness in my voice. It's been forever since I've seen you this serious. Thank you for accepting me for leadership. I'm going to take Monica to the hospital personally. With my credentials, we can get her in with no questions asked. Understood. She swears slightly and looks off to the side. As for your sorry, I think I may have some information that'll help. Anything will help me. Just am hesitant to tell you. I know how you are, Echo. I understand. Allow myself to completely submissive to Julia, something that has never happened before. Sorry is my concern. If I have to listen to my boss for once in my life to help find her, I will. Julia goes visibly again and meets my gaze. There's been word from the local law enforcement that a group had been abducting young girls off the street. What happened to them? A number of them sold or used as slaves, or if their status is high enough for ransom. I'm in silence taking information Julia has provided me. Normally I would have livid that she kept this from me, but it's not like anyone would have been able to predict this anyway. I gave Julia some space instead of my normal probes at her intelligence. Can you send me everything you have about this group? Yes, absolutely. But for now, I need to get your friend Monica to the hospital. Please do. Gonna come along? No, I'm gonna walk home. Alright. Goodbye, Julia. With a second glance back, I walk away from both of them and the car. Feeling no emptiness to cover me, I try to refrain all my thoughts refrain from all thoughts while walking home. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have blown off what I was doing earlier to come with you. You even said you wanted me to come with. To get a new bow. You probably would have looked cute in it. I regret not going with you. I stop in front of my house and look at Sayori's. The sight gives me a sickening feeling in my stomach. I haven't felt like this since... I'm so sorry, Ashley. Hesitating to open my door and go to my bedroom. Didn't even bother lying down on my bed. Once I reached my bedroom, I stopped in the middle of it. Dropped to my knees and looked at the carpet. Feeling all my energy dispersed to thin air, I slump over onto the carpet and close my eyes. Oh. Actually, look, there's monkeys. Come on, Echo. You need to smile at something. I don't want to. We've been here for 40 minutes and the child hasn't smiled once. Maybe he just isn't interested in the animals we have shown him. I don't want to be here. Come on, I've got one more thing to show you. Putting my hand, she gently pulled me alongside her. We turn a corner, I can see an enclosure labeled lions. My eyes perk up immediately. Can we see lions? You want to go see the lions, Echo? Yes, but what? Signs of life, finally. It's a good choice. Lions are my favorite too. Yeah? Yep. She and I take over to a metal grate and separates me from the king of the jungles. I watch as several of the beasts prowl around the enclosure. One of them looked at me and roar. Eh? I startled by the sudden noise and almost fell onto my bed. But Ashley catches me and helped me back up. You know why it roared at you? No. It's letting you know that he is the king here. Lions will roar at any beings they see as opponents to ensure they make their dominance known. Wow, that's really cool. I'm starstruck by the enclosure. Go onto the metal bars and gaze over at the scenery for a while. He's really captivated by them, huh? Yeah, it's interesting to see. But by his age and after all he's been through, it's kind of disturbing to see him smile. If I see him smile, you don't know how happy it makes me feel. Well, you're his mother now, eh? Alas, no. I'm his guardian, you can't replace a mother. True. But that doesn't mean I love him any less than a mother. So that was our person who adopted us. But each time me to wake up, I roll over to my side and open my eyes. That's right. I didn't set my alarm. There's a few times before I forgot to set my alarm, so I would call and knock on my door to ensure I woke up. But of course that didn't happen today. I picked myself up the floor and checked my phone. Battery's almost dead. No new messages, no new calls, no nothing. Grab my school uniform and get dressed. It's time to go to school. While I step in my room, I realized something that sends a shiver down my spine. Yuri and Natsuki. Am I going to have to tell him what happened? It's not going to be fun at all. It's probably better to hear it from me than anybody else. I lift up and sling my backpack over my shoulder and head downstairs. On top of the sidewalk, it doesn't convey the normal day's tone. It's just silent. Turn away from my neighborhood and begin the walk to school. Walking down the street, something cracked with a snap of a wisp inside my head. The car. I've seen that suspicious car in Sayori's house. I remember the make and model of it. I'm going to keep an eye out if I can see any cars that are similar nearby. Mentally docking that piece of information to speed up my pace. Reaching the school front gates and conveying a immediate duck to the left and stare out everyone's way. Now was not the best time for me to social. Carefully evading people who glance at me, I get the back of the school and enter through the gym entrance. The last period finally over, I make my way to the club room, just in time to see Natsuki peeking out and scurrying back inside. I stop short before the door and take a deep breath. Please let this be over with quickly. I walk into the club room, remaining completely silent. The silence, however, doesn't last long before Natsuki walks up to me. Hey, Echo. You know where Monica and Sayori are? It's been like 10 minutes and I'm getting a little impatient. What was that face for? Natsuki in the eyes still unable to speak. If you're looking at me like that, you're going to make me start thinking something bad happened or something. But cut it out, dummy. Echo, you certainly don't look happy at all. I need to tell you two something. Please sit down. Both of them sit down and look at me, curious about my next words. Look at both of them in the eyes and begin to explain what happened last night. We're both completely silent. Please tell me you're joking. If it is, this isn't funny. But no. I'm sorry, but I'm not joking. I lower my head and allow them to feel their emotions. So sorry is... This is horrible. Poor Sayori. Is Monica safe, right? Yes. I made sure that she was sent to the hospital for care. How did it even happen? I don't know. I haven't gone to see Monica in the hospital yet. Do the police know? Law enforcement has already been notified. It is my understanding that a local group there has been abducting young girls and is pretty active in the city now. Well, that means aren't safe, right? No. But until Monica's back in action, I'll be taking over the club. And it's evident we are too emotional to really continue. So I'm going to personally escort you both home today. Are you sure? Yes. I'll see to that both of you get home safely. But with that being said, till Monica's back from the hospital, you two are going to be going home as soon as the club ends. That way you're with the crowd as you leave, and that might mitigate any possibility for you to be abducted. If else you think is best. Okay, good. Pack your things, we're leaving in 5. Both of them quietly and quickly comply. Lean onto my seat and vigorously rub my forehead. I almost have to tunnel in some deep thought for a moment. But it doesn't last long as a chair is pushed next to mine. Who actually? Eh? Suki's first to speak. The pearly eye meets into my soulless black eyes. I'm really sorry for what happened. Tori was a special girl and she cared a lot about you. But you should say that. We just became boyfriend and girlfriend too. Oh. He reaches a hand out to place on my shoulder. The Suki looks extremely hesitant to move. You give a nod of approval as she leans in her hugs. He follows. Oh, that's nice. Never expected these two to console me. I should be one to comfort them. But the tables have turned on me. After a moment, I stand up, breaking our group hug. You two ready? Both Natsuki and Yui nod. I grab my bag and walk out into the hallway. First we drop Natsuki since her father is strict with a curfew. Then I drop the Fury, returning home silently. I feel my phone buzz. Please stay safe. Then a secondary notification. Thank you, and please show up to school tomorrow. I don't think Yuri or I could handle losing another friend. Close my phone without responding to either. I continue walking. Before long, my work phone chimes to life. I reach my pocket, pull it out, and answer it promptly. Yo. Hey, how you holding up? That isn't important. You called me, what is it? Do you hesitate to answer for a moment? I have the file for you. Good, I'll take the nearest train to head to you. That won't be necessary. I'm at your house. Already? I assumed you'd be home immediately, so I called. I was escorting Yuri and Natsuki home. I see. Just don't take too long, okay? We don't have all the time in the world anymore. I understand. Okay, so obviously now our character, it's not, we are working for some government agency, obviously. It's nothing illegal, because it was seeming like it could have been, but obviously now with what just happened, it's obviously a governmental thing. I approached my have noticed a completely different car than Jodie's normal flashy sports model. This one's more sleek and professional. She's leaning against it, watching me as I approach. She opens the back door and ushers me in. She walks to the other side of the car and gets in as well. In the middle of the seat is a signal, a little envelope that separates us. I grab it and examine the contents. A large pack of printed paper display countless documents and articles regarding a specific group in the area. Man, this is all about them? Yeah. A lot of it isn't really useful for this instance though. There's a lot of tax fraud, petty larceny, and some online fraud. Nothing too major, I see. But yet the central branch kept records on them? We were requested to. I see. Alright, I'll examine everything tonight. Without saying another word, I silently exit the car and return home. Out of the corner of my eyes, I see her wave sadly to me, which I don't attempt to reply to. I back my bag, I place the envelope to my side and begin to study its contents. I really wasn't kidding. There isn't much here that I can actually use. There's just usual reports records and reports, but there isn't harm right now in trying to salvage something useful. And understanding the long night ahead of me, I relax and begin. 5 o'clock bedroom. My alarm wakes me up. Promptly sitting up, I prepare as I planned last night. Hide the envelope between my mattress and bed frame. Look out the window, make sure the street's clear and empty. And Natsuki and you wanted me to come to school today, but they'll understand why I'm not. One of us is in the hospital and is probably rather shaken. That is priority. I arrive at the hospital in which Monica is admitted and speak to the receptionist. She is hesitant at first about telling me where she's roomed. After providing Julia's information and informing her that I am a close friend of hers, she gives me her room number. Walking down the hallway, I reach an elevator and enter it. Reaching a very bright, clean and vibrant hallway, I make my way to Monica's hospital room. Take a moment while I silently advance down the hallway to look around and understand the reality of the situation. Monica, my friend, my club president, is in the hospital. Troy is missing and the others are panicked for their safety. I have to make this right. I reach her room and gently open the door. Stepping into the room, Monica's lying on her back. She turns her head to face me and smiles weakly. Hey Monica. Not your usual greeting. Monica speaks sadly. She's still dressed in her normal clothing. We probably aren't admitting her for long if they haven't bothered putting her into a gown. Yeah, I guess. I'd normally say yo. How are you feeling? That is the question I should be asking you. I'm worried about you. Sayori told me how we just started dating, right? Yeah. She nearby a chair and sit down next to her bed. I'm sorry for not saving her. I don't think you really had control of the situation. I'm sure you did what you could. I really did. Face sullies even further and a tear falls on her cheek. Don't ask you about what happened. We're really worried about you and Sayori. Hope they're okay too. Looked over the club until you came back. With that, I suspended the club until you finally return. I can't risk the other two being taken while walking that late anyway. That's a great idea, Echo. Thank you for watching over our friends. Don't mention it. Listen, I know it can be hard, but I need you to tell me as much as you can remember about what happened. I need specifics, voices, names, if you heard any, a card type and colour, times. I need as much as you can give me. Yeah, I can do that. You aren't gonna question why I need it? Taken aback by her trusting compliance. No, Aunt Julie told me a lot about you. And told me that you just want to help and that if any questions I should best to ask you. Should use the auntie title, huh? She gave it to herself shortly after I became attached to Ashley. Won't you understand that I'm going my best to try to find Sayori? Gonna look for her? What else can I do? Sayori needs my help and I can't really stand around and wait for the others to do it. As someone who cares about her and all of you, I'm going to do whatever I can to help. I understand. Now I want you to tell me exactly what happened. Mark and Sayori went to a nearby shop where they both love for bows. Sayori had apparently couldn't stop giggling about how she wanted to show off a pretty red ribbon new bow to her boyfriend. Mark apparently felt excitement for it as well, but spent a little longer than expected at the shops. But when they started walking home, a black car with several men stopped in front of them. They pulled Sayori into the car and one of them swung a baseball bat into... Yikes! Causing her to become disorientated and helpless. She regained composure a few minutes later after the car sped off. In spite of all his trying to call for help, that is when I picked up. Now that's pretty much it. I see. Rubbing my chin, I begin to piece the information Monica provided what I read last night. And you sure you can't remember what the men were wearing? One of them had a white t-shirt on. That's all I could remember before being hit. Interesting. Why would they take Sayori, not you? You said Sayori put up quite a fight as they took her. You, on the other hand, and no offense, were completely useless while incapacitated. Yeah, I keep thinking about that too. Why was Sayori taken and not me? Targan. It's Targan. I bet you it's him. Thanks, Monica. Listen, I'll come to check on you later today. I need to rush back home and grab something. And then I need to make sure Yuri and Natsuki get home safe after school. I'll be back by the end of the night. You're doing so much for us. Thank you, Echo. Don't thank me. Waving Monica a gesture of farewell, I exit her room and then head to the hospital. Walking back home, I find it difficult to connect the dots with Monica's information. Something doesn't add up. I know what Monica was saying is true. She wouldn't lie about something like this. But it must have just been a coincidence about another group in the city kidnapping girls. Or is it the perfect covers? Either way requires further thought. I wonder what Julia told Monica that night after I left. Monica, where's Echo? Yeah, don't move too much, just sit back and relax. I'm taking you to the hospital. Okay. Ugh, Echo, how did you even end up in this mess? You feeling better? Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, I feel really bad. What's your name? My name is Julia. I'm Echo's aunt. Oh, well, hello. I'm sorry to drag you here. I really appreciate you taking me to the emergency room. Don't think too much of it. I think Echo would have tried carrying you here himself if I didn't show up. But he was not in the right mindset. What do you mean? Let's see. Echo's very protective. I don't doubt if I hadn't shown up, he would have ran off to try to find Sayori's captors. And without preparation, he can get himself killed. What about if he has preparation? With preparation, Echo can do anything. I've personally seen it. If he comes to you for questions, or if you have any questions, it would be best to ask him. All he wants to do is help and make everything right. Echo really is a good person. If you told him directly, he would deny it, but I agree, he's a good kid. I've watched him grow up into a very strong man, especially after all he's been through. He isn't really the person to show much emotion, but, He wrote a poem about a girl named Ashley. Is that woman who cared for him? He wrote a poem for her? Yeah, it was a really good one too. He read it out loud at a little event we had for our club. Ah, I didn't think he'd ever have it in him. He doesn't talk much about her. Did something bad happen? Echo grew very attached to Ashley. When he first came into her care, he didn't talk at all. He was completely silent, secluded, and even refused to eat. MC with prep time versus Batman with prep time. Batman, yeah. He was, well, our character, I'm sorry to call our character Bat Dude. He was pretty hell-bent on giving up on life. Echo? Yep, it's hard to really picture it now, eh? Ashley was just stubborn as he was. She kept at it day and night to encourage him to become at least a tad bit social. Then one day he actually started to talk, and looked up to me and said my name. Scared living anything out of me, to be honest. That sounds pretty strange, especially since how he is now. Right. Well, I have to go. You should get some rest. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, wait, one more thing? Did you or Echo call the police? Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, Monica. 10th for the 10th, 3 o'clock club room. It was raining. Monica, you're back. I am glad to be back. It was wonderful to have you recovered quickly. I appreciate you girls. Is Echo here? About that. He hasn't been to school lately. Huh? Why not? We sort of can't find him. Oh man. I sure hope he's okay. I do too, Yuri. Have you heard anything from Sayori? Not a single thing, I'm afraid. I really feel for Echo. He and Sayori was just started the date, and now they've been close for quite a while now. She was unbelievably happy when I saw her. Now all I can see is her terrified face. I pray every night that the police will find her. Either them or I. Echo? What an entrance. You're okay. Of course I am. Just where have you been? Don't worry about it. We were all rather worried about you. Again, don't. Echo, you're wet. Yeah, I just got here. What if I have some information for all of you? Each of them clear of expression and look at me. The police have been looking a lot into the area lately, but from what I hear, they have come up with no Sayori yet. However, they found a few leads on where she could be. Either that or where some of the people who kidnapped him are. Maybe those dudes can get what they deserve for taking our friend. Yep, what Natsuki said. That's really good to hear. Wait, how do you know this? I've kind of been speaking with a few officers here and there. They can't tell me much, but they're at least giving me progress. And any of the search for Sayori is good. Yes, very. And another thing. It's your girls aren't in any danger. Taking the chat, I lean forward and support myself with my forearm. Apparently from what told me when I saw her in the hospital and some things I have to read, If they intended taking any of you girls, especially Monica, since she was there that night, they would have done it already. The group apparently has a fixation on only Sayori. Man only knows why. I lean back and rub my temples. So you're saying we're safe? For now, yes. This isn't fair. Sayori doesn't deserve to have this happen to her. This could have easily been prevented if Echo went with her, but he let her go alone. What kind of boyfriend does that? Asuki. No, she's right. I should have gone with her. Sighing, I stand up and walk out the club room. But wait. Ignoring Asuki and Marco's call to me, I leave the school. Asuki's extremely right. None of this would have happened if I'd gone with her. I hope what I told them helped ease their minds. The police really are looking for her and have come up with nothing. But I'm also out there looking. There are a few leads that could help me find Sayori, and I intend to find her. I have to make this right. I promise. I reckon Targan has something to do with it. 10th to 10 Portside District. Dude, isn't this night just perfect? Perfect, man. If you said you're making me do all the work. Shut up, kid. The newbie always does the work. We got a great cut from the Hey, man, where's my part? Finish your job and I'll hook you up with your piece. Took us long enough, though. But we've got the money right there and then. Ooh, but you know, that's just bad practice. I don't care. I mean, sure, it was a shame we had to waste such a pretty thing. I don't like that, but we still got a good stack here. What about the other chick with her Q knocked out? She wasn't the one we were going for. To be honest, I think Q killed her with that hit. I don't know, man. Not being so paranoid, for goodness sake. Anyway, once you're done moving those boxes in the warehouse, we can dip. Right? No? Kid, stop messing around. Get your bed out here already. Good. My leg! What on earth? Stand up. What on earth are you? I said stand up. Shut up. Who are you? For goodness sake. Follows him to go on my foot. I look at the man's face. You're going to answer a few questions for me. Do you understand? Go. Using my free foot, I quickly kicked the man in one of the bullet wounds in his leg. Oh, yeah. Oh my. His eyes closed in agony. Keeping my foot on his chest, I kneeled down towards his face. Answer my question, I'll let you live. Reaching in from my vest, I pull out a little Polaroid picture. Where's this girl? Brandished a photo in front of his face. You said, finish that, and I'll add another hole to your body. Yikes, my man. I tapped the tip of the suppressor mounted to my handgun against his forehead. I don't know where she is. You're the ones who took her. I don't believe you for a second that you don't know where she was. You were just told to grab her and take her to where? You have 5 seconds to answer me. 5, 4, 3. Okay. We took her to the guy that pays me. Your boss. Man, I don't consider him a boss. He just asked me to do stuff and I get a lot of cash for it. Was he the one who told you to kidnap this girl? Yeah. Where can I find this man? I don't know. You're lying. I hate it when people blatantly lie to me. You must not be afraid to die then. I'm being for real, man. I legit don't know where he is. Where did you give this girl to him? Out of town? The old gas station? The one with the broken down cell tower next to it? Yeah, man. Ugh. What's his name? That I don't know. And what do you call him by? Do you think I'm stupid? We call him I. You mean I as an indigo? Yeah, that's it. That's a bad nickname. Did the guy say what he planned to do with her? No. So that's all you can give me? Yeah, honest. Alright then. I stand up and face towards the warehouse. So I'm free to go? No. I'm not letting you get away after causing this story. Old gas station out of town. Now some pieces are starting to connect. Hello? It's me. Looking around to make sure no one else is nearby, I slip into some bushes and disappear from public view. Are you busy? It's pretty noisy where you are right now. Not anymore. Just got done with doing something. What is it, Monica? I want to apologize for what Natsuki said in the club earlier. Don't sweat it. She was right anyway. You still had no right to say that to you. Yes, you're right. Is there any way I can help the police look for Sayori? So you called on then? Well, I kind of suspected it when you started to ask me questions in the hospital. I see. If there was something you could do to help me, I don't want to get involved. Well, the thing is, she's kind of involved anyway. Please? No, Monica. I can't risk you getting hurt. I can handle this on my own. But I'll see you later. I promptly end the call. I'm sorry to do that to you, but right now things are definitely not safe for you. I can't afford to have you to get involved and get hurt. This is something only I can do. The 10th of the 11th, 6:15. My alarm rings and forcefully wakes me up. Turning over my side, the piercing light from outside blinds me. Why did I have to breathe so bright? This is my signal to wake up. Feeling my body still somewhat limp after last night, I pull myself up. It takes an abnormal amount of strength this time round. The rain seemed to have stopped, judging by the clear and bright sky. Kind of disappointed to see it go. I love the rain, it makes everything feel so calm. However, lately it's been a centre of chaos. The rain makes it easy to move around silently and correctly. I recall Tori saying that she loved the rain. For a moment yesterday, I went out onto my balcony and looked in the scenery for her. She would have loved to be there with me. Scrolling, I lower my head and look at the floor, just holding a bit longer. We shall sit together and watch the rain very soon. Clear my mind and demeanour, I stand up and begin to get dressed. Slowly walking into the club room, all three are present and counted for. Feeling a small wave of relief rush through me, I take my usual seat. Hey Echo, how are you feeling today? Better than the last few. Placing my bag on the floor beneath my desk, I look up at her. You? I'm hanging in there. At least you're still here. Welcome back. Welcome back? I never left. Just because when Asuki said it didn't mean I was going to leave you all behind. Yeah, about that, I'm sorry. I got too upset and let myself blame someone for what happened, sorry. I really miss her. As do I. She was always so positive. Each of the three looked down and twiddled their fingers. I have no idea what the girls have been doing while I'm gone. Monica has told me they held up poems and other events. It's still disheartening to see the literature club has practically come to a halt. Sayori was such an influence on it. Definitely one you would expect to see blatantly as this. Wait, I have an idea. What is it, Monica? She stamps her fingers and smiles. I think it's important for each of us to understand how important we mean to each other. None of us know if we'll be here tomorrow or the next day. Let's go around the room and just say some things we appreciate about each other. I think that's a good idea, so I would have loved it. I agree. Not bad for once, Monica. I will go first. Monica stands up from her seat and looks at each of us. Her voice is weak and cracked, but remains her composure and bearing. I really enjoy how all of us here for each other. We started a club that meant a lot to us we cared something about, and each of us made something special. You, with your amazing writing and thought process, you can paint almost any picture in your head with words. You always give interesting and helpful advice to us, and I can't help but find myself interested in a lot of things you say. Asuki, with your baking and your simple writing, you tell a story in a few simple words as possible, and you do it very well. You bring the club a little liveliness that you're always fun to be around. Even though sometimes we can argue about manga and its status as literature, I still adore you and I'm glad you're here with us. You're an amazing friend. Neko? You've changed this club drastically since you came here. I have? Leaning back in my chair, look over the others. Now, you've shown these girls, including myself, that anyone can get involved in literature. You've been a pretty large staple of the club since you got here. Troy did an amazing thing bringing you here. You've been there for all of us, and look how you're taking care of us now. You're a really good friend, and I'm sure we all appreciate you. Both the other two nod in agreement. I see. Thank you. I start to speak forward, but I tune them out and begin to think to myself. I didn't really think I was that important to the club. Come to think myself for a short while, completely entranced my thoughts. A small part of my mind imagined how Sayori would respond to each of the girls. It makes me chuckle and smile silently. I can only imagine how each of these three feel about the situation. I've become calm about the situation, but I can tell they're all still somewhat frantic. It's to be expected of people who don't have much training as I do, maybe to keep calm in stressful situations, but it doesn't mean I have my limits. And it worries me if I ever do reach that limit. And that's why I enjoy her smile. She lights up the room and makes everyone feel happy. When you wrap back to reality and you're Natsuki Toma's story. She has a beautiful smile, she always does. If Pen felt down outside, she would try the hardest to make them happy. She truly was a ball of sunshine, just like her poem. Was? Mark, I used the word. She is our ball of sunshine. Look down from the floor and make eye contact with her and a serious expression printed on my face. Don't be using past tense in it just yet. It's only been a couple of days. But right. I certainly hope to please find her soon. Can't possibly picture Sayori in this kind of situation. It should be me. Don't say something like that. Well, I'm serious. Stand up casually and look at the face seriously. I'm more capable of fending off people than Sayori is. Even if it's true, we don't want it to happen. Natsuki's right. I wish something on someone else which you would wish never happened. Because sometimes life doesn't work out that way, Yuri. Life has a funny way of making itself known, whether it's a calm and relaxed day, or forced itself through your door and drags you out. Slowly cleanse my fist. You should always hope for the best and prepare for the worst. But I think it's fair to say, yep, no one expected this to happen, and I hope more than anyone else Sayori is found okay. So in that sentence, turn away from them and look out the window. Into the afternoon, Echo. You guys can get going, I'm just going to sit here for a bit and think. Are you sure? I'm positive. Natsuki and you walk out the room together. At the corner right from the window reflection, I see Monica back in the club room one last time before departing. Rest my hand on the window, take a few deep breaths. This reminds me of a time when Sayori went out on a walk once. It's such a nice day out. Mr. Sun is really making everything nice and pretty. Really fun to hang with Echo today. Hope I can do it again sometime soon. What? Ow. My foot. I think it's twisted. Ow. What are you crying about over here? I think I twisted my ankle. Let me see. I kneel down onto the asphalt and inspect Sayori's foot. Gently press a few times, determined that it isn't broken or twisted. It's just sprained. Stand back up off my hand to her. Come on, I'll help you up. Really? Yes, really. Takes my hand, I gently pull her up. Put your weight on your good foot. Okay. When Sayori stands up, she buckles and falls forward. Got you. Oh, they reuse this then. Okay, that's a really clever way of using it. She wraps her arm around me and I support her for a while. It hurts. Yep, I don't doubt it does. Yeah, you somehow managed to get your foot caught in the crack of the sidewalk. I think no one else but you could have done that. I was just thinking about something, guys didn't pay any attention. You're lucky I was here to help you. I'm sorry that you have to help me like this. But if I wasn't, you would have called, I wouldn't have helped you, I wouldn't mind helping you out anyway. You mean it? Of course I do. If I didn't, I wouldn't have said it. Yeah, our Carter, although he was a bit of a douche at the start, he's becoming a lot nicer of a character now. You understand on your foot now? I can try. Ow. Guess not. I'll carry you back then, okay? Okay. Heh. Remember these events, I grab my bag and walk up to the club room while pulling my fists as tightly as I can. Exiting the main door of the school, I glance around at the other students that remain on the campus. One of the students catches my eye. Tightening the grip of my backpack, I make a beeline straight for the boy. His eyes meet mine and I immediately go wide. Up my hand on his collar, I push him back onto the wall of the school. Grr. What on earth is your problem? You. You are my problem. Gripping's at my wrist and he tries to push himself away from me. Where on earth is she? What on earth are you talking about? Where's Sayori? I don't know. Last I heard she was gone missing. Did you pull that junk on me? Then I grip even further. Cargan's uniform stretches and begins to rip slightly. I know for a fact you're involved in her disappearance. You had it all planned all along. Perfect to know I stopped you and you caused this so you could save her and be a big hero. I said you had nothing to do with this. The only involvement I had with her was... I paid some of the girls that bullying her so I could come in and defend her. Well, you were right about me wanting to be a hero, but not only for that. I wouldn't want Sayori to be harmed in any way. Do you the reason she was getting bullied? Yes. Pushing my last half out my lungs, I push him against the wall and releasing my grip. You're pathetic. I will stand looking at him and facing him, I turn away. I need to keep my cool, I can't lose it and start beating this freak's face in school grounds. Go, if you find her or if she comes back safe, please at least tell me. I care about her too. And give him the privilege of a response. Buzz, hello? Hello, Monica. Who is this? What? That isn't important. I have information about what happened to your friend. Sorry? What is it? You have to do something for me first. But what is it? The boy who prowls around with you. You do not tell him anything. But if you do, Sayori dies. There? You're one of the people who kidnapped her, aren't you? No, not directly. I knew about it, of course. I focus on you, Monica. You're not to tell anyone I contacted you. Not your friends, not the police, not a stranger. Because we're watching you. The moment you do... Sorry? She dies. Fine. What do I have to do? You're going to meet me personally somewhere later tonight. Bring nothing. What, where? I'll call you later with the location. Can't afford to have you tell anyone about this. What time tonight? I can't tell you that either. Think of this as a happy little surprise, okay? I hate the tone of your voice. Oh, Monica, that's sweet. This is how things done in the real world. Can you at least tell me what happened when I'll meet you? Why not? I want to have a conversation with you in person. I want to see that fear in your face. Bring your dear friend along too, so you can see the fear on her as well. At least unhurt her. You're a little too late for that. But she's alive. Goodbye, Monica. I'll talk to you soon. Wait. Oh no. What should I do? I really have no choice now, do I? Huh. He said to meet him at the edge of the parkside forest. I have a really bad feeling about this. Sticking my wits about me, I don't want to get stuck in a situation that can endanger me more than I already am. Really wish I was here. Hello, Monica. There's no need to be frightened. Not yet, that is. Well, sorry. We'll see her in due time. I need to see if she's okay. I said in due time. Now, no one followed you here? No. Good girl. I want you to do me a favor. Tell me. Tell me, how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone you don't even know? Tell me how it felt to lose your friend, possibly forever. I need to know. You're sick. I won't be using that tone of voice here, young lady. I can show you sick if you really want. Yes, I love that look. Did you feel helpless when you lost your friend? But nothing you could have done could have saved her? Yes. Felt horrible. She was a very good friend to me. I couldn't do anything to save her. Good, good. How did the rest of your gang react? They went heartbroken. Because of you. You do this to us, or you're getting a little courageous. Just remember, I hold your friend's life in my hands. If you rub me the wrong way, I might just order her death. Then I don't. Good. Now, if that boy who's with you, what's his name? Oh, come on, you can tell me. Sorry, Captain, why would you need me to answer that? She hasn't been particularly cooperative. Oh, Sayori. So this is having to do with our card. No matter how much I hurt her, she doesn't tell me. You hit her? You hit her? What are you gonna do? Huh? Yeah, oh. That's right, that's because you have no control here. You're forced to submit to me. And I do love... Dude, you're being weird. So answer my question. What is his name? Seko. Thank you. Wait, what? That's his name? Is this some joke? No. Surely it isn't the... Never mind that. Can I see my friend now? I don't see why not. Snap. Man pulls away from the bushes holding a gun to... Oh my goodness! There's a torn, dirty and bloody. The blood leads from both her arms. But Monica, sorry. Yeah, don't go too fast, sorry. I'm not finished with you just yet. It'll be okay, I promise. Please help me. Really? What was the words you offer your friends? Your false reinsurance? I thought you would have picked your final words better. My final words? Yep. Snap. Monica. But it's probably dragged away by the man holding a gun to her head. Now let's have a look. Oh my goodness! The monster's closer. She backed herself against a tree. Stay back. Please? See. My goodness, what? Okay. Hey, we're here to save the day. You're pathetic for attacking an unarmed person. Echo. Monica looks at me, her eyes weakened and dim. Val knows how long he's been hurting her before I showed up. Turning my attention to the man in front of me on the ground, he tries to crawl back away. Monica, are you able to move? Barely. Try to stand for me. Tries to pick herself up off the ground, but struggles even to get past her knees. For goodness sake. Stay there and don't move. What are you gonna do? I hear Sayori scream. Where is she? I'm not telling you. Bad move. Very bad move. Walk around quicker than he can crawl. Lifting him up by his shirt, I throw him against a nearby tree. Feeling the thump from his head in the tree, I look down at them. The very fires of him burning into him. These are what my eyes were meant for. Well, sorry. I was struggling to break free. I wrapped my hands around his throat. Oh my goodness. Get her. You're gonna tell me where my friend is. And if you don't, using the hand I strangled her, I pull him between his thumb against again. Tell me. Tell me now. In the tree a third time. His eyes plead for mercy, his body shakes in terror. Squeezed tight. He isn't telling me where Sayori is, and I don't have the time to waste. Come on the ground to my right. Who struggles and gasps for air. Once he's enough away, I grab his leg and pull him back. Get off of me. The man screams in sheer agony. I was taking his lower leg and forced it 18 degrees to opposite direction, effectively the end. Leaning down over him, I lift up. I'll ask you again, where on earth is she? Someone took her that way, man. Twice, Monica sits up against the tree and points to the west. Will you tell me where you took her? No, I'll break your other leg and leave you here for the wolves. And trust me, they are hungry this time of year. Gripping his hair as it kind of looks up to me. Near the river. Good. And Dirty goes unconscious. Monica manages to get on her feet. Go home, Monica. But what? What about you? I am the least of your worries right now. Turn back and start to hesitate. I'm going to get Sayori back. I'll leave you here. Listen, I need to go to Sayori's house and stay there. When she gets home, you call her please and tell them what happened. No. What? We can tell them what happened. We can tell them what happened. You made it sound like you weren't coming back. I don't come back, then it is what it is. I have to get Sayori back at any cost. Goodbye, Monica. Without hearing what she has, Monica calls out to me. I charge into the forest. I'm trying to take my M91A out of my belt and eject the mag. Taking a fresh map from my pocket, insert into my gun and ground's riddle of tracks of someone dragged through here. Master what dragged looks to be the same as Sayori's. I took it this way, changing my direction, I slowed down and remained less conspicuous. I hear voices in the forest. Upon getting close, I spot two men sitting on a bench talking to each other. My weapon behind my back, I approached them. Excuse me, gentlemen. Both of them looked at me surprised as I hit the gun behind my back. What is it, young man? Yeah? I know it sounds creepy, but have you seen a young girl with coral pink hair around? So late at night? Not at all. I'm sorry, son, but no. Alright, sorry for bothering you. I need to walk away from the men, but Hugh and he didn't stop. Excuse me, kid, but you're not going anywhere. Since them coming quickly, I pivot my hip and left. Then one of the men with my elbow, I right knee and brace for the other's glide. To make contact with my shoulder, I move underneath him. My goodness! You little... The man behind me restrained composure from the blow to his head and pulls a knife. Stop your arm movement and tell me exactly where he plans to swing. I'll grab his wrist, bring the knife down towards me. Can't waste any more time with these two, swinging my... I set up, bring button my hand against his temple. He falls over to his knees, grabbing the back of his head and collar. I drag him over to the bench and force the headset of his head. He still tries to fight, so In goes the imp and I fall to the ground. The other managed to get up and catches me off guard by wrapping his hands on my throat. Ugh. He's on my neck. Well, man, a lot more focus than I was able to handle. With elbow down his wrist, but I can't break it. I can't get enough force to do it. That's my gun. Oh, when he grabbed me, I fell on the ground. Wasn't expecting him to get up so quickly. Think. His eyes? Head's close enough that I can reach out towards his face, meaning each infuriated. Yeah. Screams caused me to dig my from deeper into his head. Using my minimum strength, I had to shove him as I can, and resulting in a pop. Leaves me in gasp for air as he stumbles backwards, clawing at his face. Again, when I dive and aim at the guy. I'm too late. Anyway, he already had the gun pointed at me. When he good eye now stares at me with vengeance written all over it. Left arm is thrown back with a force that nearly knocked me to the ground. With my hand, I have to evade the next one and return the fire. 3 shots hit him in the upper body, he staggers to the ground, drops his. Rushing up, I kicked the gun away from him and watched him scream. Ew. Don't bother at anything, just look at him, silently move my left arm. At one glance it shows that I was only grazed by a bullet, but it still managed to take a small amount of my skin. This is the work of a round that had some form of jacket hollow point. Managed to cut just as the cartridge expands. Man, if that had actually hit me, I would have been in a lot of trouble. To many of mental focus, I ignore the pain and focus again. I need to find Sayori. Running back through the forest, I try and find any sort of indicator or marker that could lead me to Sayori. Find nothing that helps. Help! Sayori screams, called out to anyone desperately to my left. I'm further and further and I able to cover more ground each step. 3 rounds on a mag, I have 12 left before I need to reload. The scream got louder as I ripped through the forest. A few practically touched them for a fraction of a second before they pushed me forward and lifted again. This is what Ashley meant when she said you will know only one thing to protect which you care about at any cost. And that person was right. It's time for me to make her proud. Please let me go. Shut up. Ow! Please stop hitting me. Get your hands off of her. Yeah? She lies on the ground carrying in fear, her skin bruised and bloody, her clothes torn and dirty. Man dragged her in a white dressed in a white shirt and black sleeves, looks back at me startled. It's you. Reach for his phone, but I'm sorry. She looks up to me in disbelief. Echo? Holding the man's throat with one hand, I lift my right foot inwards. That's exactly what I was going for. It is broken. The screams coming up between the fall to the ground. Echo, give me a second, sorry. There are more of them coming from over there. Points towards southwest as 2 more men come skulking through the greenery. I bring but my gun onto the man's, knocking him unconscious. Sayori's healed me, but I can't risk her any more than it is. His hand of mine started to run down a slope that leads us further into the forest. Okay, you came to save me. Yes, I did. Pick up your feet already, we're going. You're not going to be fast enough to lose these guys. Right. Keep up, but I can't notice an irregularity in the step. From look back, she's limping and clutching her left leg. You're not going to make it if you're going to be this slow. Be on my knees and gesture to climb on my back. Get my back, I'll get out of here. But now. Yelps and raising my voice and seamlessly climbs on my back, wrapping the leg on my collar. Breathe. Take both her legs and guide them towards. The exact way is going to make it a lot harder to run for long, but at least it gets us away from these guys faster. Otherwise, Sayori jumps them down with mine. That's Echo, you're hurt. It's just my arm, it isn't anything serious. Does it hurt? Well, I admit it isn't too serious. It also doesn't help that you keep hitting your elbow against it as I run. Oh, I'm sorry. Flushes her tears away on the shoulder, tilting the head. Are you hurt anywhere except your side? I'm sore all over. You're bleeding. I have a bunch of cuts, but nothing too bad. I'm not bleeding to death or anything. Good. Listen, I'm gonna get you out of here. But I'm gonna need your entire cooperation no matter what I ask, okay? I trust you. Good. Now we're gonna reach the top of the hill over there. I'm gonna sit you down and I want you to hide. Hide? Why? Aren't we far enough away from those 2? Yes, but there are others who have been following us. Really? I didn't expect you to notice, but as soon as we started running, the only way to stop them from coming after us is if I draw them off the left that is away from you. But won't that mean? Yes, but remember, I need you to listen to me no matter what. Fine. Okay, hop off and don't make a single sound. No matter what you use, understood? Yes. Turn away from her and start down the hill, but she calls out to me quietly. Keep your voice down, for goodness sake. Do you want to speak here? Please come back safe. If I don't come back, you need to get yourself out of here. I will ensure that tonight you will get home safe. How do I get out of here if you don't come back? Keep heading in this direction, you'll reach a road that reaches the border. Once you get there, you should disconcern where in the town you are and run home. Monica should be waiting for you once you get there. Call the police and tell them everything. Okay. Take Sayori's head and lower it down to kiss her forehead. After quickly, I turn away and start running in the opposite direction. As I reach a more familiar part of the forest I've been to before, which should be a good place for a ambush. Hunkering down in a small foxhole I call, calm my breathing and listen for my cue. We went all holding firearms walked the trail next to me. That's right, just a bit further. What's this on the ground? It looks like blood. Ah, I knew we got him. Where's he though? You follow the blood trail. Ugh. I knew one of us hit him. There's no way a kid like him can run for too long with a girl like that. What? Wait, this leads to a dead deer? It's only a dead deer, huh? Said the man pointing to the ground and starts to walk towards where he came from. Right in my trap, I was originally worried about the more one would follow. But thank goodness that didn't happen. I wasted too much time with these two, as there's 3 other confirmed people following me. Hey, what's taking so long? That's 2 more down. I can feel a rush of air as something flies past my face and hits the tree next to me. I see the kid, dive in the bushes and get as far away from the people as I can. Get being quiet to shoot the kid. Goodness sake, I can't get lucky like this forever. If it wasn't for these trees I would have been weaving in and out of, I would be long gone. A few more meters, reaching a small divot in the foliage, I ducked down and remained motionless. After a few minutes, my pursuers passed right by. I need to keep moving away from Sayori. The most I can do now is hope to think on earth she is getting out of the forest by now. How do I get out of here? It seems like this forest stretches on forever. Ouch, my leg still hurts a lot. Really hope Echo's okay. Maybe I should go back and help him. He could be really hurt and I might be able to save him. No, he said he wanted me to get home. If I turn back now, I could disrupt him and he could die. So I will do what he wants. He is doing this for me after all. And I want to prove to him that I can be strong too. All of this time Echo has been protecting me. I keep safe from danger. When you guys tricked me, hurt me, they did things to me, used me to get Monica hurt, it made me realize how weak I am. I'll be strong like my friend. So I will be strong. I visibly look around my surroundings. The dark of the night swallows the forest and makes things hard to see. But then I keep one direction Echo gave me, I can make it out of here. When Dad and I would go camping, he always taught me that if I lose the rotation, I can look at the way the trees are angled. All of the trees are pointing towards the opposite direction Echo told me to go. Move following carefully onwards, making sure no one sees me. Oh man. Gunfire keeps making me jump. It sounds like it's far away from me, but it's loud so I can't fully tell. Just ignore them, sorry. Ignore them. If there's still gunfire, that means Echo's still alive and lead them away. Please don't be hurt. I believe in you, Echo. A hero. Ugh. The sting in my leg is making it a little hard to keep running. But no, I keep going. I could be killed if I don't get out of here. Yeah. Foot must have slipped into a small ditch. Ouch. As I stand, I hear something behind me. Hello there, little lady. Yeah. I turned around and the man who is much taller than me caught my mouth. He looks to be around Echo's height and weight. But he's really pale and scary looking. Smiles mercilessly into them. No, get off me. Never, you little witch. You brought hell onto us, the Grim Reaper walks among us, and he is taking our lives. So when we come down, we must take yours. You freak. One told me by man to shove my right knee onto his his eyes go wide and practically pop out of his head. I'm not surprised. Sayori putting up a fight. Fair play. I need my light on really quick. My goodness, he's no longer having kids. He's never having kids again. Well done. His eyes go wide and panic pop out of his head. Pushing against him as hard as I can, lift my legs up and place my foot against his stomach. As a deep exhale to relieve the pain in my leg, I pushed the man off me. Fell backwards into the ditch, giving me a chance to get my feet and start running. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The man gets up after a few seconds and chases after me again, screaming as he gets closer. Get away from me. Ignoring the sting by the side, I run over a hill, not anticipating the drop that follows. I lose my footing and start tumbling down the hill until I feel something hit my head. Oh. Oh no. Feet keep moving me forward despite the pain I feel in my left arm. Still weaving between trees, I gain more and more distance from my pursuers and Sayori. Once I'm sure I have lost them, I step in of ambush. Man, I could actually get into one of these greener, more lush trees if my arm wasn't refusing to cooperate with me. The burning on my lungs with each breath I take indicates I need to stop and rest. I'm doing constantly and the adrenaline's going to wear off soon. Looking around my surroundings for any place to catch my breath, I notice a small cabin about half a mile east of me. Looks to be surrounded by trees and could be a suitable place to catch my breath and rest. I climb a tree and pick up a large rock and throw it in the west. The echo and crash caused to draw my pursuers away from me. Loud and solid thumps echo through the forest as the rock hits other trees, rocks, and tops all on its way down. Keep myself low, I move away from the rock's direction and towards the cabin. The cabin is decrepit, abandoned, and inconspicuous in nature. I check in the busted window and looking into it, I sneak into the door and close it behind me. Still having my handgun ready, I look around the room with my eyes adjusting to the pitch darkness that engulfs me. So far so good. There's something lumped over, leaning against the wall opposite me. A squatter? The person looks up, their face immediately throws me into a panic. Echo? What are you doing here? I'll take my voice down, looking back at the window into the forest. I tried to run away, but someone caught me. I managed to get away from him, but then he started to chase me. Running, I slipped and fell down a really long hill and hit my head. And I woke up. I was really dizzy, so I tried to walk around and I found this place. The dizziness didn't go away, so I sat down and rested my head against the wall. And when you walked in, you scared me to get out of the forest. Frustration well up inside my stomach. I run my hair and begin to think. Alright, we should wait here for a bit. Then it goes over the next hour or so, we can leave this cabin and get you home. You think it'll be safe? Well, if they don't find us by then, they could possibly assume we already got out of the forest, and we could use the opportunity to escape. I understand. Brown stops my left shoulder. Echo, your shoulder. I've got some large bloods in my left shoulder and on my upper forearm. It's nothing, just managed to get cut while I was drawing them away from you. Is it bad? It stings, but isn't something I haven't experienced before. But enough worrying for now, let's just relax and stay quiet. I holster my handgun and small of my back on my waistband. Next, I place one of my hands on her arm and fall on her back, guiding her to sit down. After a moment of making sure she's comfortable, I sit down next to her. Go, you look tired. Yeah, it's nothing. Just in general wearing off. What do you mean by that? It's something that a lot of people, specifically in service, personal fighters go through. The term is called general exhaustion at my job. The body produces high amounts of adrenaline due to the times of the stress, effectively ignoring essential fight-or-flight response. If your body exudes a lot of constant adrenaline, it uses too much energy and you become exhausted as an after effect. Getting tired from everything so far. Yep, I can understand that. I'm really tired too. Has been waiting for a while and now it's calmed down, I'm sleepy. After a solid minute of consent, Sayori breaks it. I'm sorry I've caught all this. As I look at her, she turns her head away and avoids eye contact. Poor Sayori. It was because of me that you and Monica got hurt. When she decides to turn to me, her sapphire eyes are watery with regret and remorse. You guys, my friends, didn't want this to happen. Hearing her voice crack, I wrap my arm around her and pull her close. Don't apologize. Not for this. You had no control over any of this. We just came to help. Monica and I cared about you just as much as you cared about us. And we weren't about to sit around and do nothing about this. But you guys... I place my index finger over her lips and make quite chushing noise. Sorry, I'm rather painfully aware of the situation we are in. But Monica is safe now, and I have to get you home safe as well. Is she though? We don't really know that. None of this was your fault, so you shouldn't blame yourself for any of it, especially if it came to help you. I just want to go back to the days where we were in the club and just having being peacefully. I know, I do too. Those days of peace and tranquility are what I long for as well. The reason I came here to the city, I was tired of all the hell and chaos. I wanted to live a normal life where I didn't have to worry about hurting others. I mean, I'm still not sure what you do for your job, but I know you're a good person who just wants to help protect everyone. No, sorry, no I am not. Wish I could tell her how I truly feel inside, but all of this about my past by my own fears. But after all I've learned is that I'm capable of ignoring my feelings and my hesitations. I have to stay strong for sorry. I appreciate you, sorry. Huh? What do you mean by that all of a sudden? I look up at you in a lot of ways. How? Yeah, well, you always seem so happy even when you struggle on the inside of your depression. Your friends always have priority for you and your concern for their safety and happiness is honourable. And the fact you always do what is right. My voice cracks as I finish a sentence, a tart and sour taste lingers behind my voice. I actually really admire it. It's not something I can do, but you do it so easily. That is something I want to learn. Echo, you can be sweet and kind too. That's a fact. Yeah, like you always made sure I was okay if I was feeling sad during the club. You always made sure I wasn't alone during lunch and how we eat together. When the bullies started bothering me, you promised me you'd protect me. That's right, Calvin paid a bunch of the girls are bullying this sweet girl just so he can come and save the day, all in an attempt to win her heart. I'm too exhausted to get upset about that, so I lean my head against the wall and relax. I do that because I care about you. None of the effort I put in, or even the last few months, would have been put forth if it was. None of the effort I put in tonight, or even the last few months, would have been put forth if it was anyone but you. Ever since you started persuading me to join a club, or even to walk you home afterwards, I felt something. Like your son, I can be able to count on in multiple ways. I've felt this way a long time. Since. Stopped my senses abruptly, feeling the stings of tears well in my eyes. Ray scoots closer and rests her head on my shoulder. Thank you for everything you've done for me. You're a great friend and a great boyfriend. I don't respond. It isn't that I don't know what to say, but I can't physically bring myself to speak anymore. Exhaustion begins to make each of my limbs heavy and heavy until I can no longer move them. Otherwise, I slowly lose consciousness. Oh, we don't know what happened. Oh. The coughing makes my lungs burn more and more. Throat scratches and tears with each convulsion. I bottomed to my knees and placed my hand on a cold concrete floor to hold me up. Managed to throw it up. He kept giving me weird pills and drinks, and they all make me either dizzy or really sick. I don't like it at all. My stomach turns and makes me wince as a sharp pain causes me to... My body feels hot every time I puke. I've been managing to drink water from the water hose for a while, so I don't feel too sick anymore. My stomach doesn't ever feel right after a few minutes. I'm a huge station of weird things all over the walls. Spiders, weird figures, shadows, which is scary because there is no light in here to make them. I just want to cry. I want Dad to like me. I want Mum back. Oh, this is our Carter. The dizziness coming back. Can't hold myself up anymore. Sound of lung barging and several people yelling wake me up. Drool oozing out my mouth and puddles on the floor. Ugh, gross. But I pick myself up at the ground back, don't have the strength to do. Okay? Sound of something really loud from upstairs startles me. What's going on up there? The door to the basement opens, my heart sinks. Oh no, what, someone's here to hurt me again. I can't move. Father. Man, they're raiding. Is that my father? I lift my head so I can see, but my body refuses to cooperate. I rush to the other side of the room and I hear something click like metal. I hear him stumble like he's climbing over something. Plus, almost strength my neck, I turn to face where the sound's coming from. I was unlocking what seems to be a hidden lock that leads out to the basement. He slides something out and drops on the ground, exposing the room to light. The moon shines outside. Wait. I can't even speak now, I'm too weak. He doesn't even look back at me before he climbs out of the basement and disappears. He left me. He left me here. Whoever is in the house will come down and hurt me, and leave me. Or could he? Dealing with that dripping on my cheek. Whatever's left of my heart has been torn open, and I can no longer control my breathing or my tears. There's so much more to this cruelty and insecurity than I expected. If you don't sound the one he spent years torturing without to glance back. I hate you. Hate you, Father. A fraction of a second then snaps to my mind. Still as the footsteps walk down the stairs and around the room. What is this? One of the two stopped right in front of me before a flashlight shined into my face. Oh my, there's a kid down here. He looks injured too. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, sorry. Only speak English, sorry. Yeah, I can see. Oh, fair. Okay. I know Hola Espanol, hello friend, I think that is. Hello friend. But that's pretty much extent to what I know of Spanish. Anyway, welcome to Stream Dennis. How are you doing? What? Radio above let her know what we found. The quiet static coming from one of the other people standing around me. Ace, we have a child down here. I'm good, you? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Been quite a good day, and I'm enjoying some good old doki doki. You heard me correct. Male, white, looked pretty young and injured. Alright, I'll come upstairs now. Flashlight allows me to see several people who are all dressed in black and scary guns walking around the room. One is a girl, brown hair, the other who's walking on, I think, walkie-talkie. She walks back up the stairs. A minute later, what feels like an eternity, another girl in the same get-up as the rest of them walks down the stairs, but her hair's blonde. She walks over to me, kneels down and looks me in the eyes. Yeah, man, you're a poor boy. Please, huh? Please let me be. I don't have enough strength to say those words. I'm surprised they were able to get please out. The girl's face stiffens, but her eyes don't scare me anymore. I'm not gonna hurt you. She looks around the others like she's about to make an impulse decision. For goodness sake, alright, I'm gonna take him. The rest of you continue your sweep. The others in the room nod and start moving. In front of me, gently places her hands and arms underneath me and lifts me up, cuddling me in her arms. What is she doing? She's leading me to die here. Brings me up the stairs into the hallway that leads to the basement. Yeah, the light's all too bright for my eyes to handle and I'm forced to squint to close my eyes, but nothing but white is all I see. I wonder if my eyes are permanently broken from the constant darkness. This is too uncomfortable, my stomach burns, I can barely breathe, I can't move, and I can't even see where I'm being carried to. I find myself slightly shaking my head, trying to stop the light from straining my eyes. Calm down, it's okay, I promise. I can see where I'm being taken, I have no idea what direction we're even going in. All of a sudden, the lights are no longer stinging my eyes, and I am greeted by a starry night sky. What is it out here? Look around the large gravel lot that my father lived on. There are several cars lined up to a long cinder block wall. I looked at the girls carrying me to the last of the cars of the line. Once we reached the car, she managed to get one of the doors open and place me into the seat. Afterwards, she propped me upright and looked into my eyes. How are you feeling? Put up my mouth bit, instead my chest feels heavy and I begin to fall forward. Luckily, she grabbed me before I could lean and seat the back so I can make comfortably relax. Still not able to talk yet, huh? Just lie here and rest for a while. Voice and image became hazy immediately after hearing those words. I'm falling asleep. Ah, poor kid. Looks like he's been through hell. He's literally covered in cuts and bruises, but also a lot of vomit on the floor where he was found. They drugged him to test the effects. He's just a boy. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen you this concerned over someone who isn't one of us. Can't help it, Julian. When you said there was a child down here alive, I guess my maternal instincts just took over. Seeing him on the ground inches from death really sent some strong messages back from my mind. I see you're very soft on him, yeah? No idea what you're talking about. Kinda cute, you know? Ugh, Julian, I don't know what you're gonna do about him. He was listed nowhere on the briefing, and I don't even think there is a proper procedure regarding the kid. Must be his son. We should check for any children listed under his name. He's truly alone in this world now. No, he isn't. Ash, where are you going? I'm going to make a few calls and get a cleanup crew out here. Alright. Are you really taking that chance? Leaning on the wooden balance to my form, I look out in the lake. It's not really very blue and clear, but the clouds above that the water remains grey, the pool of limitless thoughts and memories. Keep looking off to the side expecting her to be here with me, but whenever I do, she isn't. Every time my heart hurts intensely. I spoke to anybody about it since I was given the news. But if I want to speak to anyone, there's no reason to. Then first behind me and his hand is gently placed on my shoulder. Hey. Look my hello Julia, who is wearing a black suit, no makeup, her eyes red as if she pops up crying. No spawn, I look back at the lake. This one leans on the balance with me and taking the ironic setting in front of us. I'm sorry, Julia. Don't you start apologizing now. I've heard it all day coming from you. Just makes it worse. I can't help it. You were just as close to her as I was. She laughed sadly. I think you're wrong about that. She loved you with all of her heart. The moment she found you, she knew you were going to be a big part of her life. And that there was, eh? I was quite a lot of stress and misery. Hey, don't say things like that. Starting to sound like your old self. Right, my apologies. Past my shoulders and reaches around and places it on my shoulders, embracing me slightly. This was her favourite place to be. And it's where I knew I'd find you. She brought you here so many times that she felt she was annoying for doing it. What? Now don't go off and start telling me things like that. I know my voice sounds fine, but I'm desperately trying to hide my emotions from her and the people around. She felt annoyed from bringing me to this place. I always loved coming here, even if I didn't say it. Actually, I guess that part's my fault. I never told you I liked this place or being with you. But I enjoyed every minute of it. When I did come to this, she helped me become who I am. You saved me from myself, and all I wanted to do was die and give up. Of course, your beautiful eyes saw past my hatred and resentment, you saw the good. Still don't know if you have it in me anymore, since all I do is follow the orders I'm giving no matter what the cost. Ugh, this is affecting me a lot. I know it's hitting you worse. Want to talk about it? No. I think I'm going to sit here for a while. Alright. Tea break. Can't beat some good old tea. Vinny raised me from embrace and walked back to her car. If only you were right in here next to me. If only could say I'm sorry for everything, for all the hardships I put you through, for all the ignorance and combativeness all the time. If only I could say thank you for everything, for how much you helped. This was about the people about the lady who saved us, but I can't say those things. I missed my chance and I'll never have it again. Go, I need to tell you something. I know life has been hard on you and it may seem like no one cares, I was out there for you. But you mean a lot to me, more than you'll ever know. I'm here for you, and even if the very sky were to fall, I would stand before you. To protect you, to guide you, and to watch you grow and develop. The clouds above begin to rain on land, almost as if on cue, itself had broken God's heart. Those who were left around me already fled from the rain to their cars and left. I look on the lake and it appears I'm the only one left. Normally the rain doesn't bother me, but today is so much heavier. Every drop hits me like a weight that adds to the immense sense of the world crashing down. The sky is falling down, but you aren't before me. I am alone, and I do not know what to do. Not able to keep the strength from my legs, I fall to my knees. Both my hands rest against the wooden deck and support me. I'm cracking. Don't. Tears burn my vision as I desperately try to keep them inside. But no matter how hard I try, they fall. I miss you, Ashley. I throw my hands up and scream to the sky. After my explosion outburst, I throw my hands back onto the ground and begin banging my fist against the deck. Once I don't hesitate anymore, I start crying loudly and desperately to try to get the pain out of my heart. But it doesn't fade no matter how hard I scream or try. All of a sudden I feel a hand rest on my shoulder. Then back to look at the figure who rests my tear. Rula, Echo? She was shocked and also crying. I assumed she never thought this outburst of emotion would come out. She doesn't say anything else to call my name. She drops onto the deck and wraps her arms around me. We both sit together for a while. I wonder what happened to her. A creep from the decaying wood account wakes me up. Sayori's no longer resting next to me. Sayori doesn't appear to be in here with me. For goodness sake. As I stand up, someone walks through the entrance and towards me. Oh, Echo, where were you? I had to beat. I thought they had found you. I rub my hands through her hair in relief. She looks off to the side, embarrassed, and she noticed something about me. Are you okay? You okay? You were crying. Yeah? Oh yeah, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't realize I've been crying in my sleep. We wiped my tears away. I look out the window into the forest again. How long was I asleep for? About an hour? Alright, let's have a look outside for a sec. Sit in here, okay? Right. And take a look around the area and try to discern any possible threats or signs of people. So far everything looks clear and calm. But it's so dark it's hard to make anything out. Even without being used to this, it's going to take some careful navigation to get us out of here safely. Up to the sky I can see that many clouds have formed over the trees, limiting the amount of natural moonlight. Bring back memories of my final exam. An oddly morbid smile forms my face as a reminiscence of the entire ordeal. She picks her head up at the window and looks at me. It should be safe for us to make our way out. Excuse me, waving Sayori to come out, she hesitantly steps out the cabin and looks around. It's kind of cold out here, don't you think? Now you mention it's kind of brisk. Oh well, that means we can't sit around talking anymore. We need to have something moving. Where'd you go from here? Rub my right hand across my chin while I think and survey the area. My left arm refuses to cooperate with me fully. It's been dislocated for some time now. It's becoming a little more comfortable at this point. And since it's not wanting to work with me, I might have to reset it soon. In the off chance we get into a bad situation, I'll have to be able to fight. I have a pretty mean right hook, but I can't properly aim while on the move with one hand. Except if you see movies where people can run and shoot with sniper accuracy is all junk. Even walking and shooting makes it difficult to hit your target with one hand. Actually, on second thought, can you check the cabin for anything that could be useful? Oh sure. Anything specific? Anything in general. If it's not broken or rubble, grab it. Okay. She vanishes into the dark cabin, looking at almost for us and begin to conjure a plan how Sayori and I can get out. It's dark, which we can use our advantage. We can easily get through the forest with less of a chance of being spotted. Even so, we're going to be successfully navigate the area with many hostiles scattered around. I'm absolutely going to need to use my left arm. Reach over to my left arm with my damaged right hand and slowly palpated the area to determine the damage. Luckily, the bullet itself only grazed me. The force of the impact, such close range, however, pushed my humerus out of the socket. Sharp pain shoots through my entire shoulder and left side of my neck as I gently pass the joint over my fingers. I need to find a new location for my humeral head. In a few seconds of excruciating search, I find it lodged against a small scalpel. Arm is effectively stuck between the lip of the joint and this piece of shrapnel, preventing any movement. I try to set my hand along the back, grip the area in question to push it forward, but I can't reach it from the angle to push it forward. Even to move the humerus, the only direction it pushes myself is inwards, resulting in sheer agony as I can feel the humeral bullet head against a smaller bone. Found some things in darkness with an unlit white candle in one hand and a small green plastic box in the other. Are you okay, girl? What's that face for? As I perform my inspection, I guess I winced and squinted my eyes. I'm going to need your help with something, okay? Like right now. Okay, what you need? Grimace gingerly places the box on the ground and approached me. Need you to set my shoulder? It's dislocated. Change of fear. I'm not a doctor, silly. I don't know how to do that. You be strong for me. It's not complicated. I just need you to pull on my arm until you feel a pop. Her cringes and claps her hands together from close to her chest. That doesn't sound very good, but I'll try my best for you. Touche, my left shoulder. Try if you feel where the top of my arm is, you'll understand where I need to go. It looks weird. It doesn't look right. That's why you're gonna fix it right now. Push it. Uncertain, she head sits for a second and glances towards my face. Press the joint delicately. Well, that's not right. I'm kind of. Good night, you guys. I'm gonna go to bed. Hey, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your time here tonight. Yeah, have a good night. Anyway, thank you for watching. Well, that's not right. Jump's kind of behind where it's supposed to be. That's what dislocation means, man. Sorry, what do I do now? Grab my bicep with your right arm and my forearm with your left. The arm grips indicate dislocated locations. Now arm's behind where it's supposed to be, right? And kind of up a little. Okay, so it needs to go down and forward to fix it. Pull down my bicep and pull forward my arm. Okay, here goes. Pain intensifies as she pulls down on my arm, but it doesn't move much. I know she's trying to not hurt me, but it's not enough force to slide the head of my humerus over the lip of the socket. In other words, she isn't pulling hard enough. Harder, you need to pull harder. Yeah, I don't want to hurt you. If you do it right, it'll hurt way less than if you move it slowly. It's just what I said. There's a grip on my arm and bears down, using her full weight to pull it downwards. Stiffen myself and maintain as much of a straightened posture as I can. I don't move with her. Head of my humerus begins to move away from the small scalpel bone. My squint as felt the needle sharp jabs plague my shoulder. Now forward, make it pop. Can you hear her whimpering as she moves her left arm forward, dragging humerus in the same direction. Ugh. After a few seconds, I can feel an even sharper nagging pain in this as the head drags across the edge of my shoulder socket. Ooh. Ugh. Sorry, less ado. As she feels the pop back into a socket. When we says, I exhale sharply, relief wash over me like a wave. Is that it? Move my arm around, does it move at all? She maintains her grip and moves my arm in a circular motion. Nothing catches or hinders the movement. The joint is still extremely sore, however. Yep, I said that's fine for now. Yeah, sorry. She releases my arm and steps back, looking at me shyly and holding her hands together. Did I do it right? I reach over my shoulder with my right hand, feeling it back to its usual spot. Yeah, you did it, thank you. I back towards the candle and green plastic box that's way forwards from the cabin. Steps back, still looking dejected after pulling through an immense physical pain only just a moment ago. I was a little hard on her during that, to be honest. Things could get a lost word tonight. She may have to move and pop her bone back in place. It like it doesn't and has gentle touch. Something was not meant for her. Approaching the scavenged treasure, I take the green box into my hands and inspect it. There are several cracks inside the case. One vibrant green colour shows evidence fade. Opening the case, I notice a single coil of fishing line and a couple of silver wood hooks and a straight needle and a bunch of cracked Oz fishing tackle. That confident looks stable enough to use. I unreel it and quickly tension it. Boring tension. They're still usable. But if you could use these. Not quite sure yet. The line is pretty long, but the hooks are rusted, so we can't trust their strength to hold due to oxidation. Candle can provide some light or maybe even a distraction if needed. These barbers, however, are completely useless. Gingerly move our fingers across the box, removing all the broken pieces of bobbers and discarding them. There were some rather sharp and jagged pieces scattered around in there that could cut our hands when we need to grab something. Closing the box, make sure the plastic lid flaps holding it shut, it is secured. I put it in my left pocket and turned to Sayori. Eyes, even in a situation, emanate hope, which to be honest actually helps release some of my stress. Pat her shoulder and look in her eyes. We should probably start heading out, you ready? Of course I am. I moved my hand from her shoulders and once again looked around the forest. Originally I had the direction I had started going to get out of the west was west. Since we both got mixed up, I can't tell which direction that is anymore. Maybe when the trees around have moss always grows on the north end of a tree. Which isn't actually true. I'm pretty sure that must have been busted. I don't think that's actually true. Right now, the best way to get out of this, if it's in a situation, just to be walk one tree to another tree to another tree. Always keep walking to a tree in front of you, see to keep your bearing going straight. Just straight in one direction until you hurt something. At least from where I can determine where west is. And just my luck, no moss. Ugh, for goodness sake, what's the matter? There's no moss in these trees, so I can't determine where north is. In order to scout here, we have to head west. And to be completely honest, I have no idea where that is right now. Oh, I have an idea. Put lightens up and froze for hours in excitement. Eh? Why didn't you use the stars to find out what direction we're facing? The stars? Yeah. Me and my dad went camping one time and I remember him telling me a cool way to find out which direction we are facing. Try focusing on a star watching the direction of its movements. Sorry. You're onto something. For some reason, Sayori's idea is absolutely ingenious. I have no idea why I never thought of it. The excitement I suddenly feel makes me almost want to kiss her. But I suppress that feeling. The movement of stars indicate the direction you are facing. If it moves to your left, you're facing north. If it moves to your right, you're facing south. If it moves up, you are facing east. If it moves down, you're facing west. To be honest, I've heard that back in my old school, but dismissed as being pretentious. Yay, Can you still remember how to do that? Don't we need something else? Yeah, you need to have two sticks within the ground, one smaller than the other, then look at the tip of each branch and align them with a star. I'm on it. When I turn away from each other and look for adequate sticks. The sky may have clouds and restrict our view of the stars, but I can articulate and predict pockets of open sky we can see a star. Hope this works. If not, I'll be walking for a while. The minute I look at Sayori behind me, searching around for sturdy sticks from decaying wood. It's a lot smarter than you'd think just by looking at her. Maybe just her cute and vulnerable demeanor is deception. The woman with the possibility of hiding weapons, I like it. When I finish setting up our little station and aim the sticks towards a portion of sky where we can clearly see some stars. I lie down on the ground, ignoring the extreme aggravating soreness of my left arm and focus on a star. When I do, I lock my eyes on it and don't look away. It sits down right next to me with her legs crossed. It speaks from just outside my vision. Like I thought to ask, what is it? Why do you find me and Monica? I'm a man of many quirks, Rory. All just happen to be amplified in intensity when it comes to such situations. Monica tell you about this? Nope. In fact, I'm kind of irritated that she didn't. But on the flip side, I understand why she didn't. But I threatened you and she had no idea of knowing how far their reach is. What do you mean by that? Well, I don't really know how these guys would know if she told me or anyone else about the meeting tonight, and sometimes you really can't take that risk. She didn't take it and came along, which, if I had not shown up the time I did, should have a sentence. I see. Basically, Monica acted very odd earlier, that's how I found you too. I had reason to believe that maybe it was caused by these people, so I followed her until she entered the forest. I ran into a few problems of my own while trailing her. And those problems were taken out as fast as I could. Well, I'm glad you're with me now. Thank you for saving Monica and me. Don't mention it. You girls are important. Also, I haven't officially saved you yet. We still need to get out of here. Here, does your guardian Julia know all about this? She knows everything up until I came here tonight. Wasn't able to reach her, plus she wouldn't have told me to sit back and wait for the police to get involved anyway. We'll sit in silence for a couple of minutes, my eyes focusing on the stars I chose. After what seemed like an eternity, it finally distinguished the direction it's moving up. We're facing east, so west is behind us. Waiting on the ground and dusting myself off, I reached my hand out to help Sayori up. She was on her feet, I leaned towards the ground, offered her to climb my back. She reluctantly climbed on, knowing her thighs causing too much pain for her to keep running. After she secured my back, I tried to slowly walk down a narrow trail. Thank you for carrying me. I certainly can't have you limping around when we need to get out of here. Don't need to thank me. Echo, if there's something I need to ask you. What is it? Look my head slightly so I just see a view of her face from an angle. You are so cool, all of this. How would you know how to shoot or fight or anything like that? Stopped moving for a second and realized the magnitude of the question. Sorry? I know a lot of this because I have to. Not because it was by choice. Since I was young, I was taught of it because I was going to need it later on in life. And I definitely did. That is why I'm able to find you and save you tonight. Who taught you that? Someone very close to me. She felt I was going to be able to handle it since I didn't believe I was going anywhere in life. Dad left me for dead and abandoned me, so I basically had no purpose. Going again to my monologue. But out of all the negligence I had to endure so far, a few good things have come out of it. Like what? Well, for starters, I was able to pick myself up off the ground. Became someone I didn't think I could become. And I guess I met you guys. All of you helped me kind of get back down to earth and understand the normal simplicity of life. At least for as long as it lasted. Yeah, go back to the way it was before, right? I don't know if I can answer that for her. When things like this happen, it isn't like everything will erase and everything will forget and move on. People like me are shown in true light. We hurt people for our own gain. We do whatever it takes to reach our goals. Because of that, others look at us differently. My goal tonight, no matter the cost, is to protect Sayori. If I can at least do that, it'll be fine no matter the outcome. Right? Let's just keep going. But Sayori trails off, her sentence stops talking. Tension and pain in her voice kind of impacts me enough to falter. I don't want to lie to her, but I don't want to tell her the truth. I don't know how tonight is going to end. To be honest, I should at least tell her the truth. She always did that to me. Sorry, I don't know how things are going to end tonight, so I can't really answer you that, but I can promise I will do everything I can to ensure everything does go back to normal, okay? Thank you. Anytime. Stay down the trail, reaching a clearing where the moonlight shines across the grass, gives us a moment to reflect on the scenery. Stop in the middle of the field and look around in front of us. Not a bad view, eh? Nope, it's pretty good. Wait, someone's behind us. I turn my head and notice a man dressed in all black throwing his right arm over a knife towards Sayori's back. What? Pivoting my hips and grabbing her hands, prying them off me, I throw Sayori off my back just in time before something sharp slices the upper left part of my back. A very dull but intense pain begins to linger, but isn't long before it amplifies into a very sharp, stinging sensation. Turn my head around, draw my handgun and aim for his head, but he catches me off guard and shoves his fist in my stomach. Ugh. Turn backwards before watching him try to swipe again, but he is too so mad to catch him around and I must up enough trying to pull him close, tilt him opposite and wrap my arms around his throat. It's like a direction that was not intended to go, and his body got limp. Falls on the ground with a heavy thud and I feel my knees go weak. Echo gets up from the ground and rushes over. I can't actually see her, but I can feel her footsteps getting closer. Up on my knees, I lean forward and towards the ground. Oh my, Echo, you're back. It isn't serious. Reach back to the area was cut. I drawed my back, it looks a certain amount of blood. Goodness sake, he managed to get a pretty good nick there. Judging from the amount of blood, my hand it was just from a small tap. Think of what to do. I didn't expect any of them to be so close all this time. At least one is down. Trey helps me to my feet and I point across the field back into the tree line. Let's get out of here before we're exposed. Right. The tree line while making sure no one else is following us, I sit down on the rock and lean forward. Well, I need you to look at my back and tell me how bad it is. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Most of will expose whatever damage there is. She immediately gasps and covers her eyes with one hand. No. It looks really painful and bad, Echo. But it definitely doesn't tickle. You're bleeding a lot. No junk. I can feel the blood stream down my back at an alarming rate. I must have kicked a large area or near a blood vessel or something, because soon I'm going to be too weak to keep going. Fishing line. She's in my pocket and pull out the green faded fishing kit and Sayori earlier. So glad you found this earlier. Can you use this fish? You can use this fishing line twine and one of the non-rusty needles to close my cut. But I don't know how to do any of that. I'm sure you'll do fine, just like sewing up a teddy bear. I don't know if I can do it. Sorry. He jumps and cries a bit when I raise my voice. Listen, sweetheart. This is definitely not going to be an easy task, but you're the only person I can count on to do it. Can't necessarily stitch myself back together right on my own. If you can't do it, then I can't help you get out of here. Most I'll do where I am. Most I could do it when I am found is to fight like anything with whatever strength I have left. You can try. I'll always do what it takes to keep you safe. Good. I'll help you. I'll guide you through this, okay? Okay. Take this needle and thread out the fishing line. Fishing line is not the thinnest type of twine, so this is going to hurt a lot. But as long as I keep my breath in check and stay strong for Sayori, these can get through this. Unravel a good amount of it and hand it to Sayori. I also give her instructions on how to do it. She gets behind my back and out of my vision. From here I can feel the hesitation resonate from a gentle figure. But she's strong, she can do this. Got the needle? Yep. When I light this candle right through my legs, I can rock to create some sparks that can ignite the wick. Once it's lit, I want you to hold it over the flame for at least 10 seconds to ensure it sterilizes needle from any bacteria. Okay. I'll try before I manage to successfully light the candle. The minute she pats me on the shoulder indicates she's ready. Okay, I want you to fill the wound. Got it. Hand closes the gash on my back, the pain intensifies, but not too much. Now with the sharp edged needle, I want you to start from one end of the cut, thrusting it through to the other end. Wrap the twine through it, alright? The instant the needle starts to force its way through, the pain gets so much worse. But Sayori does it with relative ease. Okay, it's done. Good. Now bring the needle back around to the side you initially did it, and let's say another 1/4 inch from the first, and repeat. Again. Pain, oh dear, the pain. Keep it up until you have the entire cut closed. You okay? I'm fine. It just hurts a lot. Breath starts to suffer from the pain. I'll be as quick as I can. Be as full as you can. Right. So literally what feels like an eternity of this hellish pain slowly stops. What do I do now? Tie it into a very strong knot and close the wound. Okay. Feeling Sayori's fiddle with a makeshift stitch, she stops and the pain begins to subside. Taking a second to compose myself, I feel Sayori's stitch work and find myself astonishingly impressed. Wow, Sayori, you did amazing. Did I? Good girl. Now take this knife and cut the string. Good. Got my knife and cuts the excess fishing line off. I grab my shirt, put it back on while simultaneously allowing myself to recover from the sudden trauma. How'd I do? You did great, like you always do. Shoot a smile at her, which caused her to blush and look away. You don't mean that. Wouldn't have said it if I did. Wonder where that guy came from. I wasn't able to sense him sneaking up on us since you were on my back. That flank was vulnerable. But it confirms that there's still someone out here looking for us. And back on my feet, I place Sayori's hand on my shoulder and look around. How's the sight? Okay, it doesn't hurt too bad. Think you can walk for a bit? I need to be able to be aware of us, or a repeat of this could happen again. Point my thumb towards my back. I can do whatever it takes for you, Echo. I'm glad I can count on you. We smile as we continue into the forest. Finally done with that assignment. Seriously, why do us division chiefs get stuck with abrasive grunt work at times? At least I can rest my head on my desk for a while. Oh, my comfy, cozy office. At least I know I get some rest for a bit. It's late and I really don't want to be driving right now. Huh? Why's my pager lit up? Son of a, what, are you serious? Where's my pages from Echo? Go to the situation at the forest on the northwest sound. Sayori's there and I'm going. Make sure to keep her safe when she gets home. Is he really trying to do what he thinks he is? Pull myself out to the seat and start to dash out the building towards my car. We might have getting driver's seat while dialing Echo's number. No answer just for his voicemail, so you hope he's okay. Lately he's been consistently looking for his girlfriend and he's gone some very unnecessary lengths, which are endangering his own life without concern for others. Granted, I don't question what he does outside the company, as long as he doesn't leak anything, but he's going for a length that Ashley and I were only afraid of. Stomach felt queasy. I tried to call the commission phone one more time. But again, I got directed to voicemail, which rockets my fears. He absolutely never ignores calls from his commissioned phone, so he's either hurt or worse. Got the parking lot onto the main road that leads into the town. Realizing that Monica is involved, I tried to locate her number on my phone. Remember, Echo repeated her number to me as requested when she was hospitalized. Maybe I can call her and find out exactly what's happened down there. With calls, I eventually located her number and give it a call. Hello? Monica Vtuber, where are you? Yeah, I'm on my way to Troy's house. I was in the forest because the people who kidnapped called me and said if I didn't come, they would kill her. But Echo, where's he? I don't know. He met up with me and ran into forest at Sayori. Decided to run away after he left. He said to go to her house and call the police. Where in the forest you see him run off to? I remember I was too scared and dazed to really notice. For goodness sake. Listen, Sayori's house is right next to Echo's. Instead of going to her house, I want you to head to his and I'll meet you there. I'll call the police and we will get the officers out there to help find Sayori and Echo. Right, I understand. How long will you get there? 15 minutes. I'm on the road into town right now. Thank you. Be safe. End the call and start to accelerate faster than the road. Regardless, the engine goes louder and louder as my speed increases. Hoping for the best that Echo and Sayori are safe. About the last week, both of us have learned that group abducted Sayori is very organized and ruthless. We'll not hesitate to do horrible things to her, especially since Echo is involved. If something happens to Sayori, then image of what Echo is capable flashed through my mind in horror. But even worse, flashes in my mind of what I could find when we do find him. Sick feeling starts to develop in my stomach, but I try to swallow, side my mouth and keep going. After a long silence, I start to enter the city and immediately head to Echo's house. His house is not far now, but that doesn't mean Monica is safe. If she's able to get out of the forest, she could have a tail. If she does have a tail, then I need to make sure she loses it. However, I'm going to need to make sure Echo is found alive or not. Then keep my eye on the road, I reach over to the passenger seat and grab my phone. Pressing a quick dial on the phone pad, I place the phone to my ear and wait for another line to answer. Walk on the bend street leads me to Echo's and Sayori's street. The ominous dark night makes me all more terrified. Really hope they're okay. My fears have been eating at my mind since I left the forest against my will. While I understand Echo forced me to leave, I still wish I could have helped. I couldn't do anything but watch my friend was being hurt in front of me and nearly dying myself. Heck, back before Echo and the other girls joined the club, I had been very lonely. I don't want to lose them, huh? Because I'm behind me, looking over my shoulder, I don't see anything around, maybe a car, but nothing really important. I guess tonight's making me super paranoid. A pair of hands wrap my waist and immediately start to lift me up. Hey, get off me! Oh man, as I bang my fist against my hands, just me but nothing works, they keep trying to lift me. Hehehe. Person breathes whilst getting the back of my neck. I turn frantically get away from the captor, I swing my elbow backwards trying to make contact with the head. Sudden pain shoots my form as it strikes something hard. Band around my waist releases from me and I fall to the ground. Catching my elbow, turning back, I see a middle-aged man in similar clothes to the guy who was Sayori in the forest. It's one of those guys. Gasping, I try to crawl back away from him. He says, make contact with mine immediately, give me your gun and look, pay for that look. Of course, I try to crawl away much quicker. He starts to walk up towards me. What do I do? Help me! I start screaming as loud as I can spin into the night sky, hoping someone would come looking. I buzz at his head and look around in panic. Why did you have to scream? I'll just make this quick then. He walks over to me and grabs my foot, grabs me and pulls me towards him. Kicking my other foot in his hand, trying, I can't get away. As his close to mine, arms wrapped around his neck, he pulled off me. Huh? Yeah. A tall, black silhouette figure holds him on their arms. They both move backwards until the street reveals my savior. Tall, blonde woman. Hey, it's, Julia, I think her name is. Who was attacked in the headlock, his back. Okay, so it helps us. Hey! In response, she drags someone over to the car. Seeing if I'm viewing. Sound I never thought wanted to hear comes from the man's head. His body goes limp and he kicks to the side. He walks over to me and helps me up. Hey! Are you okay? Cheese checks me up for obvious injuries. I nod, reaching for tears in my eyes. Pats my shoulders and look around. But I wasn't a minute earlier. I'm grateful you showed up at all. What's going to happen to him? Police are on their way, they already know what's going on, still taking custody. Right. Harry has gone to Echo's house. He has his key. Small copper key and turns away from me. I'll pull my car driver and make sure the officials find this piece of junk here. Got it. So we're hankering up in my house. Yeah. Look behind me and turning on light, lean on the wall and sigh. It was also tiring. I couldn't imagine how Sayori and Echo are feeling right now. Midway to the couch in the living room and sit down. Only now do I realize my hands are shaking. They're open and closed as Julia approaches me. He has a seat for me and looks my eyes warmly. You okay? Yep, just a little shaken up. Of course, well, this isn't something that normally happens to people. It's only natural to be scared and in some degree of shock. You tell me about what happened earlier? Yeah, I can. Then my friend explained what happened regarding the call and the meeting at the forest. The entire thing, Joe's eyes are coldly professional, almost like Echo's. As I finish, she looks back and presses her lips from what I told her scared her. Maybe I shouldn't have said as much as I did. Thank you for all this. I'll tell everything to the office, just rest up here, you're too exhausted to really go through this. I'll do, thank you. I was on the couch and watched her appear out one of the windows before heading towards the kitchen. Maybe I might at least calm down and relax. Olga leans her head against the couch, watch her on the reflection of a silver pot. This young person involved something like this breaks my heart. But not as much as knowing someone I have always considered a son or nephew is directly in the middle of it. And all he wanted to do is come to see and live a normal life. But was never actually able to escape the chaos he was born in. When I heard he wanted a normal life, I made a chuckle inside as a pure and innocent thing to desire. But now I feel once you're in, you won't get out unless you die. Echo knows this very well. If one vibrates, startling me out of my thoughts. Looking at the text has confirmed me that the police have dispatched the forest and were briefed. And the other officers are coming by to take care of the guy that I just zip-tied on the road. But I'm going to stay with Monica to make sure she's safe. I was right about her having a tail. One's intuition never steers us wrong. I must have leaned over the counter and breathed freely for a moment. And I am being hit with a wave of stress because of all this. But nonetheless, it's my first rodeo. When the police get to the forest, they will be on clean-up as well as searching for Echo and Sayori. I'll go up there and help them look since I'm more easily able to track them, but Monica is safe with me. Leaning against the counter, a sudden fit of discomfort stings me. Oh. I'm getting still strapped to my hip and it doesn't make for a comfortable pillow, that's for sure. Might as well just relax and wait for the inevitable to happen. Alright, let's take a rest here. Sayori's being was laboured and she's placing her hands on her back. Poor girl has been walking for almost an hour straight and she hasn't complained once about the pain in her leg or how tired she is. She's a trooper, however at the same time she can't keep going like this. This forest is massive and I don't think we're close to the border of it yet. What I can do is let her rest. Doing okay? Yep, just a little tired. Sit down for a while. Motion to a nearby rock that looks comfortable enough for her to sit on. I'm okay. You going to sit down and rest? Oh, great. Take her hand in mine and guide it down to the rocks. Me with her blue sparkling eyes. Thank you for caring so much. Don't mention it. You aren't really conditioned to be as active as we were tonight. But nonetheless, I'm proud that you're holding up. Really? Of course. I've been holding back a tear to eyes ever since I met up with her earlier. She is scared, in pain, and is barely able to hold in any anxiety. Her composure for all of this makes me respect her. I wouldn't expect her to be able to, I guess, really steer her as due to circumstances. Pat her gently in the shoulder and look into her eyes. Rest her arm on her legs and leans forward. Gently rubbing my hand on her there, I try to offer her words of encouragement. Just rest for a bit, sorry. I'm sorry I'm so slow. Don't apologize for that. You're doing great. We're almost out, and once ready to go, we'll make the last stretch. Do you think we can get out of here? I wouldn't be sitting here with you. We're too tired to move if I didn't. Just sit here for a moment and I'm going to try and see if I can have signal to call someone. Okay. Lifting my hand up, I grab my commission phone, lift my pocket and check the signal. Well, this is Peachy. I was saying I can't contact Julia about what's going on. Hope that she's got my page earlier. Now I give her a hard time, but I've come to trust her at times like this. Like one of my kinsmen said, if she trusts me. But that's another story for another time. Right now, my only focus is to get Sayori out of this godforsaken forest. Waiting, are you silent? And when you look back, Sayori eyes me to mine with relieved validation. We're close enough to the border of the forest that we can hear the sounds of their approach. If we hit the road in time, we can get help. What? Think we can keep going now? Of course, let's go. And, oh, this is going to be a red herring. Something's going to happen in between here and then. Decided to stay right behind you just in case if anyone behind us who stop us from getting out. I stay silent and keep listening to the sounds as they get closer. Sounds if they're going to the main entrance of the forest where a bunch of campsites where the majority of people congregate. When I get right to an officer, she can explain everything that happened. Both of us can get our wounds tended to and we can finally end this nightmare. My phone goes off, starting me out of my thought-filled daze. I find my hesitant to press the answer button. There's one or two reasons I'm receiving this call right now. Either Echo and Sayori have been found safe, or they've been found dead. Just take the latter crossing my mind is enough to make my stomach drop. Mustering up the courage to press the answer button, I bring the phone up to my ear. Man, what is it? 0219 and the girl has been found. They have, where are they? They've been taken to the hospital currently. They are both found with serious injuries that require immediate attention. Let's find what you will gather from the situation. One, there's a total of 12 boys being taken to the medical examiner office. Several others have been detained and are on route to the field office downtown. Good. I'll be heading down to the hospital shortly, wrap everything up there and we'll get the report on it tomorrow. Actually, ma'am, don't worry about the report. I can take care of that for you. You have more pressing matters to attend tonight. Thank you, Miji. I owe you lunch for this. You're very welcome, ma'am. End the call and turn to Monica, who's looking anxious and awaiting any piece of information. Able to move? Yep, why? We're going to the hospital. Walk over to the couch and help her up to her feet. At first, she struggles to stay balanced, but manages to keep herself upright. They scoff at her, but then realize she was beaten pretty hard earlier, so there's a big chance she has a concussion or equilibrium has been thrown off. If I bring her up to the hospital will benefit her as well. She needs to be checked on. Sometimes the damage is not physically seen on the body. I'm slightly concerned in the internal damage. As we leave, I lock the door behind us. Mark and I walk in the hospital reception and get her checked in. Afterwards, I ask for the status of Echo and Roy, giving those my credentials and explaining that I am the legal guardian. You know that Echo is currently undergoing treatment and cannot be seen until completed, and Roy is being examined. I look on the waiting room and sit down next to Mark. Are you feeling? I have a really bad headache, but I'll be fine. Good. Sit. Still, we need to get you seen to make sure you don't have any serious damage. I mean, I feel a little dizzy, but not to the point where I think a doctor is necessary. You never know. Simply punching someone in the jaw can lead to multitude of medical complications. No offense, but you got beaten pretty hard earlier. And taken, I understand. Plus, we can't do anything until Echo and Sawyer are done, so we might as well knock this out real quick. Right. 10 minutes of us waiting, a nurse comes out and calls Monica. I stand up and look in her eye, place my hand on her shoulder. You gonna be okay in there alone? Yep, of course. I may not look like it, but I am okay with being alone. I was thinking of a word, she goes off the nerve and disappears. So as soon as I can turn, the receptionist calls out to me. When I approach the desk while holding her desk phone in one hand, she points down the hall for the other. I goes down the hall, turn to the left, room 105. Thank you. Passing the elevator that leads to the floor above, I turn down the hallway, and eventually leads me to outnumbered hospital rooms. Once I get to list 105, I open the door. The open to the room and Julia walks in. Once she and I make eye contact, she runs over and hugs me. Yeah, please get off of me. Her arms wrapped around me and up against my arm, shoulder and back. All the places that were injured. Grab her arm and pull her off me, but her grip is unexpectedly tight. Thank goodness you're okay. What? Doesn't say much afterwards. She remains silent and gently rocks back and forth doing her hair. Of course I'm okay. What, do you think I was going to die or something? You don't want that answer. He was behaving rather oddly and to be honest throwing me off. Last time I guess we were actually tight. All of a sudden this hits me. She's worried about losing me. Yes, I assumed that she did not worry about me regardless of what's happening. One of the people who trained me, but she's also one who cared for me. Understanding the stress she must have been under, I wrapped my arms around her as well, ignoring the sharp tingling in my shoulder. I'm okay. I promise you. She releases me and looks me in the eyes. Glad to hear. What happened to you? I take off my shirt and show her the various places I was hurt. In notes on my back, she's silently hurt. The fish line I saw use to stitch has been removed and replaced with something that's more professional and medical grade, which did help to ease the pain a bit. As my shoulder was dislocated, just needed time to rest. And when the blood that grazed my arm didn't cause too much damage, so nothing was really needed for that. After inspecting me, she sits down with her legs across her legs. So how's Sayo? She's okay, I was able to get her out safely. Ina's thigh was sprained and she had some deep cuts on both of her arms and stomach. But nothing too serious, she got really lucky. Yep, she did. You did something seriously stupid tonight, but you got you back. Me risking my life for her was not stupid. It was something I knew risks to do and still did it. Her doesn't deserve any of this and I had a way of stopping her pain. I was going to do it. I see. Well, you're lucky I got your message. If I hadn't, you'd probably still be in the forest or dead. I'm very much aware of that, Julia. I had to rely on you, which is a rare thing. Hey, I knew I could rely on you. Why do you always have to say things like that? Big blush as she looks away. Push her back on a gently stretch. So I heard Monica's in a hospital? Huh? How did you know? The assistant told me you were talking to her with you. Ah, yeah, she's here. She's getting checked out. It looks as if her equilibrium's been off. Doing that slightly annoys me as I grip my hand in her fist and remember what that guy did to her. I back and hurting him I really shouldn't have. But nothing looks too serious. It's just better safe than sorry, I guess. Stand up from my seat on the hospital bed and stretch once more. Well, I don't see a reason to stay in this room anymore. Let's leave and wait for Sayori outside. Need a rest, Echo. You may not think it, but you look extremely exhausted. Shut up, I'm fine. No, sit down. Really, I'm fine. I raised my voice enough to get to this summit. I know I look tired because I am tired. But the night isn't over yet and it won't be for a while. Look into Jo's eyes and try to reassure her, but it doesn't look like it's successful. You're so difficult. You have the opportunity to actually rest for a bit until your friends are released, and you're rejecting that opportunity. I've never been one to rest. She taught me that, and I still get annoyed at her over it. Even she pushed herself to task at times. But that doesn't mean you have to. You're safe, everything's over, you can rest. Not until Sayori is completely safe because of all the people involved in this fray. I understand. Thank you, Junior. So who on earth are these people and why did they go after her? This night until has been very eventful. However, it's not the first like this. There was a time before I spent every minute and I was suspended to protect someone close to me. And during the time you were absolutely certain there is no turning back, you accept the consequences you're inevitably going to face. I'm going to accept the consequences to come. For 5 minutes of solid and tense silence, I decided to address the elephant in the room. Turn around and lean against the wall next to her. So what's the plan? My assistant is writing up a report about tonight's events. It's going to be a very long one too. Voice flares slightly of irritation as she turns her head to look at me. But only all the bodies recovered need to be examined and documented, so are the live people who we detained. How many did they PD arrest? Not as many as I would have liked. Nonetheless, they're being processed right now and hopefully we can come up with something. Let me know if anything does come up. You'll be the first to know. Thanks, Julie. I'm pretty sure the girl finished up by now. I'm going to go outside and wait for them. Right, I'll get you all discharged. Stands up and pats me on my shoulder and leaves the room. I follow her and head to the waiting room. And realize but Monica's sitting down on one of the chairs. Her eyes widening as she sees me. Echo, you're right. I outstretched an arm to give me a hug, but I stop her before she can make contact. Sorry, it's just my back, my shoulder. Back and my shoulder really don't feel up to being hugged. I understand. What did the doctor say about your head? I have a mild concussion, so nothing too serious. I'll be fine. Good to hear. It's okay, thank goodness. I hate to admit it, but I'm actually pretty worried about her after I sent her away from the forest. The dude who attacked her was pretty brutal. I'm glad I showed up when I did. But a minute later, I don't think she'd be in as good a shape. Monica went to the extreme length for Sayori, a length that many would not be willing to go. I respect her for that. But you won't believe I couldn't have done it by my... And I'd say sorry if it wasn't for her. Without saying another word, I muster enough energy to ignore the pain in my back, wrap my arms around Monica. Yeah. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Applying she wraps around me gently and squeezes. Almost stands to let go and feels him behind me. Then I see Sayori with a relieved expression on her face. We look eye to eye before she runs ahead. But probably for some reason I felt oddly warm. Then her head wrapping around my arm, her back and my right hand on the upper head, securing it to me. Again we have a moment of silence. Turning my arm is something that feels so surreal. Just an hour ago I thought I lost her. Here she is, thank goodness. The weight of the entire night is now beginning to take its toll on my muscles, and I saw and scream at me to stop moving. Breathing is laboured, but I'm convinced, covered in sweat, dirt, and blood, and I'm extremely mentally exhausted. Even formulating force right now is taking a lot more energy than it should. He pulls away from me and looks in my eyes. Are you okay? I'm alright, but what about you? My leg is sprained, I have some bandages on my cuts, so I'm okay. It could definitely be worse, eh? You're right, it could. Professor Coach from Liestinger. Michael walks over and gives Sayori a hug and joins us and hands me my discharge papers. Are you ready to leave? Mm-hmm. Yep. But let's get out of here already. Okay, we're going to take you home first, then I'm going to drop Echo and Sayori off next. So you're going to be staying with me at my house. Huh? Normally I would be extremely against that, but honestly, you probably right on track about that, Echo. Any of the people who caused this to happen tonight are still active, then they're going to your house isn't a safe thing to do. But if you stayed with me tonight, so if anything happens, I'm at least able to do something about it quickly. I guess. Last as he walked off to the left. Look at nods and starts to follow us out. And I think that's all we have time for today. This is going really... I don't know what to expect. It feels like there's a lot more left. I don't know. It's... According to what I've read online about it, there should be... Well, according to it, it's about 11 hours of content. We've only really done 6. But saying that, it could just be that maybe this is only route 1. Maybe the routes themselves, maybe it's 11-hour content all included. I'm interested to see what happens if we start with other people. Like we try to go close to one of the other 3. But I'm not entirely sure. Because this was 6 hours so far and we still got more to do, presumably. Find out more? I don't know if we'll find out more. I wonder if throughout the routes we'll find out more about these people, so everyone's routes will give a little bit more information. But so far, all we know about the people who did this was that they're a big extremist group and they're extremely dangerous. So why they did this, I don't really know. And there's something about Sayori in particular that they went after. But I don't think it was because of her involvement with me, our main character, because they weren't aware. They looked almost shocked that it was me, our character, involved. They were actually concerned about it and quite annoyed about it. He didn't like the fact that our character got involved. Obviously, that has raised some concerns. So obviously it's not targeted towards... She wasn't taken because she was close to us. She was taken for another reason. What that reason was, we don't know. And it was her specifically because... It wasn't because of... It wasn't a simple kidnapping because I left Monica behind, or the story about a fight. It's really weird. We'll find out. I think we'll probably find out more in tomorrow's stream. Oh, anyway, we'll see. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider following and subscribing. If you have done so, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. Every little thing helps me grow. And growing we are. We are now up to, I think, 70 followers on Twitch, which is amazing, and 185 subs on YouTube, which is amazing. Also, like I noticed recently, my watch time in the past month has been up a lot more than it usually has. I normally get anywhere from 20 or 20 hours watch time. We're up at 68.1, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So that's really appreciated. I will have a video up at the end of this week. I edited, I've rough cut most of it. I've got like an hour of rough cutting left to do. But I think I'm going to focus on actually making my next video first. Because otherwise I won't get it out before the end of the week. Anyway, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Good night, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Bye.